All right, guys. So just a friendly reminder that you have a vocab quiz 11 through 20 tomorrow and a lecture. Wednesday, 21 through 30, a lecture. Your map is due on Wednesday. Thursday, you have a test. 26 minutes spice and focus are due then. This week, next week you're doing your map on your own because we have none on Friday. I will be giving you a picture of the map. You can take a photo of it after your test on Thursday. From here on out, we're going to go down 1 minute per test, 1 minute a week until we get to where we need to be. It hasn't been that much of an issue, so I don't think you should be freaking out, but the time is going to start having an effect here shortly. We've already done our primary source for all of you who are listening. No need to record it. I would hate for anyone to have an advantage. So we are going to do notes. So we are transitioning to notes, and we're doing it. I don't care if that bell just rang. We're doing it. All right. Take out your notes. On the top, it should be week 22. We are still, of course, in period 5. We are going to start with Ottoman Empire. All right. So the Ottoman Empire is going to be one of the largest empires the world's ever seen. Remember, it's really going to be in its most powerful in the 1500s, and now it's going to begin to decline. Here, I'll take that down. Okay, so it's in a massive period of decline. They're going to be losing a lot of territories. Okay, now causes for decline. Okay, causes for decline. Elite janissaries. Who can raise your hand and remind me what a janissary is? What is it, Cheyenne?
Isn't it the people that fight for the military?
Yes, they are. They're fighting for the military, but what makes them fancy? What makes them special? Why?
Like, not the same religion.
Yes, okay, so what religion are they? Why? They're Christians! Yes! Why? How did janissaries come about? How did they come about? Sam? Why? No. Why did they do it, Savannah, originally? Yeah, they wanted the Christians to die, so they put them in the very front, and then the Christian janissaries happened to be incredibly brave over and over again, and earned them a huge impression, and it became very influential because of their bravery. So, supposed to be a bad thing for Christians, ended up being a good thing for Christians. So, elite janissaries are going to be involved in palace intrigue. What is palace intrigue? Oh, come on, people. What is palace intrigue? Alejandro? Huh? No, mostly they're just sleeping around with each other and having tons of scandal. Yeah, it's just palace intrigue. Palace intrigue is when they're all like sleeping with each other, having massive scandals, corruption, stuff like that. Or gambling too much, all this stuff. Very Christian things, the most of the Christian things. Okay? You need to know that they are mercenaries creating armies, challenging the authority of the Ottomans. Is that a good thing? Imagine if like Kentucky decided to, rise up against. I guess Kentucky would be the last state that would rise up against Trump, but Texas, there you go. That would cause major problems. That's what we're experiencing here. And then, of course, massive corruption and misuse of taxes. Okay, so all around, can we agree that the Ottoman Turk is kind of a mess? They are a mess. They're disorganized. They are struggling. And then you're going to put a very big star. They are not industrializing at all. There are some countries that are going to reject industrialization. The Ottoman Turks are one. Okay. Now, you do need to know that they are going to lose a lot of territory. And if you just put it in the same list, they're going to lose a lot of territory to nationalism. Okay? They lose a lot of territory to nationalism. What does that mean? How do you lose territory to nationalism, Wyatt?
Like, the countries they control are becoming more independent and want their own freedom.
Yeah, so if you're in Algeria, you want to be controlled by Algerian leaders. So they're going to start having all of these nationalistic revolts, and that's going to be a huge deal. Napoleon's unsuccessful attack is really going to lead to revolts. Okay? Napoleon's unsuccessful attack of Egypt is going to cause a massive explosion of nationalism. So, the reason why there's so much revolt in the Ottoman Empire is because of the Napoleonic Wars. No, there's really not. You are going to see the British are going to help the Ottomans during the Napoleonic Wars simply to keep Russia in check. Just like in Afghanistan pre-1970s, we helped the British helped the Afghanistans just to fight with the Russians. So they're playing war games. And so we did this map on Friday, of course. This is what they're going to be left with. This is all the territory that's going to fall due to nationalism. So is the nationalism a huge impact on it? You cannot talk about the Ottoman decline without using the word nationalism. They are the peak example of nationalism and how it has both positive and negative effects. Okay. All right, so the economy. You need to know they are not industrializing because they are purchasing cheap manufactured goods. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge thing still to this day. There's tons and tons of countries that have not fully industrialized. Why haven't they fully industrialized? Sam? They're buying cheap manufactured goods. Is this going to help them long term or hurt them long term? Hurts them long term. Just like when you look at the map and you pick out all these different countries, like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, Oman, Peru to a degree, Ecuador, Colombia, they're not fully industrialized. Why? Because they're buying goods from other places. I put a big star next to them. That's a huge deal. Okay? You also need to know that the Ottomans took out too many loans from Western countries and cannot afford them. Okay? The Ottomans take out too many loans from Western countries in order to pay, and they can't pay them back, so they give Western countries free, tax-free access to the Ottomans. Okay, so the Ottoman Empire is going to take out a bunch of loans. They can't pay them back. Because they can't pay them back, Western countries are now going to get a tax-free experience in the Ottoman Empire. There's no tariffs. There's no taxes. It is literally make as much money as you can. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the Ottomans? It's a terrible thing. It's going to cripple their economy. Okay, it's called a capitation right here that says Europeans are exempted from Ottoman law. Okay, it means they are free to do whatever they want inside the Ottoman Empire, specifically not paying taxes. That is a terrible way to run your economy. Because where are all these goods coming from? They're coming from Europe, correct? So all these goods are coming into your country. Are you making any money off them coming in? Are you making any money off them being sold? No. You are literally, it's literally a store, and people are just walking in and taking stuff off the shelves. That's what the Ottoman Empire is essentially. They're being like completely bankrolled. Okay, so your next heading should be reforms. Okay, your next heading should be reforms. Okay. You need to know that they are going to reform taxation, agricultural output, and try to reduce corruption. We understand why they need to do tax reform, correct? Because they need to try to get taxes from who? The Europeans, for sure. Okay? They need to increase agricultural output. Why? What aren't they doing? Industrialization. So that means they really need to increase their agricultural because they can't compete on the industrial component. We got so much done. Have a good day, guys.